Hey, everybody, come on in. Come on in. I'm excited. I have some great news to share with you. Hey, my Lita, it's good to see you. And I know it's a little different seeing me on in the evenings. I'm usually here in the mornings, but I'm glad that you're here. And so, you know how we do. Whenever we come on live, I like to greet you all. So, my Lita is here. Come on, say hello when you come in. Buffalo, New York. I love it. My Lita, thank you for always joining. I appreciate you so much. And I love you so good. Hey, Greta, good to see you. So I've got something very interesting coming up, and I wanted to talk to you about it. Carolyn, I see you. Carolyn Sams, there you go. Sharon, good to see you, Sharon. How are you? Yes, praise him. Hey, Greta. Oh, thank you for sharing, my Lita. I appreciate you so much, and I thank you. All right, so I've got some amazing news to share with you. Those of you that follow me, you've probably seen my announcements and videos and events that I have coming up. Thank you, Jerice. I appreciate you. Hey, from Dalton. Hey, Pam. Hey, Gila. Good to see you. And we're gonna have a vision board party. All right. And it's going to be on the 28th of January. And it's not going to be your simple average vision party, but I have a special guest. She's a friend. She is a prolific teacher, and she is an amazing person. She is a well degreed person in the mental health care field. And I want to bring her on because she and I have partnered together. Hey, Jackie, and we're going to do this vision party together. So I'm going to bring in my sister and my friend, Dr. Rosina Britton.
Hi, hello.
How are you, Dr. Britton? So we're going to have this vision party, and
Yeah.
it's going to be the 28th of January. Now, tell us a little bit about your company, Serenity Counseling. Tell us a little bit about that, a little bit about you, and then we're going to get into it. Hey, Andrea. And I'm going to keep speaking to people as they're coming in, but go
Oh,
ahead.
absolutely. Yes. So I am the creator and founder of Serenity Healing Counseling Center. And the mission for Serenity Healing is to help individuals find their inner peace. I know a lot of us are dealing with some really tough times right now. Life is lifing, as some people would say.
Mm.
And I created this center to help people feel, welcomed, a place where they can be themselves, to find that serenity, to find that inner peace. And so I'm so excited to share that with you all, but then also to talk a little bit more about the vision board party we're going to be having.
Yes, yes. And so when Dr. Britton, actually, if you all don't know, Dr. Britton was my instructor. She was my teacher when I was in class at Governor State, when I was going through
Mhm.
my program to get to become a counselor. And she taught on group therapy. I think you taught me two classes. I want to say group therapy and maybe another one. I can't remember.
Practicum.
Um, Practicum, that's right. Yep, you were my practicum teacher. So when I went through that, she is an amazing teacher, but not only that, she's an amazing person. She's a great friend, and she's just been so awesome. So I want to just tell you a little bit about this vision party. When she said, "You know what, I want to do a vision party, and I think I want to do it with you," I'm like, "Yes, honey, yes, let's do this." Because sisters can definitely come together. And y'all know what I mean when I say sisters. We can come together, we can get it done, we can impart, we can pour, and we can change lives. And I just believe that this is the season for lives to be changed. And as we go into 2023, it's important. We're here, we've started it. Why not write goals? Why not write visions? Why not get in a place where you understand where you want to be and then work on getting there? So, just talk a little bit, if you will, about why it is important that we have goals and dreams and visions. Why do you feel that it's important that we do that, Doc?
Yeah, I think it's important that we have goals and visions because when we want to achieve something, we want to be better. Every day, we want to change and become a better version of ourselves. And the best way to do that is to set some goals. And the thing that I plan to do within this vision party is to help the members of the audience understand what it is to have SMART goals, what it
Mhm.
means to have a vision, and to set those realistic type of goals and maintain them so that you can keep track of how you're achieving your goals. And
Mhm.
another thing too is recognizing that we are creatures of change. And so your goals may change, your aspirations may change. And keeping track of those things is really important for you to maintain an understanding of where you want to go and where you see yourself in life.
That's important. That's important, Doc. And it's so interesting that you say that, because a lot of times we start and we don't finish, you know? And so the good thing about this vision board party, you guys, it's going to be on the 28th of January. And if you want to come, it's only $50. It's a small charge because we have food. Y'all know me. We're going to eat. Okay. We have to eat, right? We have to eat. So we've got food. I've already gotten talk to the caterers, and we're going to have really nice, yes, we're going to eat. And then not only that, but you're going to get strategies on how to manifest your vision. A lot of times we say we want to do things and we say we want to get it done, but we don't finish it. And sometimes you just need, thank you, Sharon, you just need somebody to help push you, Shirley, to finish it. All right. So if you write it, the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. All right. Put it up on the tables of your heart. When you write a vision, how important is it to have somebody to help you walk through that vision? How important is it? It's uber important in my opinion. What do you think? How important that is, Doctor, to have somebody help you?
It is so important because, one, we want to have people who are going to help us be successful. We want to be intentional about the people we get involved in our goal setting, right? What kind of person or what kind of team members do we need to have actively working with us on this goal? But then also, who are the people that are going to help us stay accountable? Accountability is a huge thing when we're working on strategizing our goals and setting our goals. And, another thing I wanted to mention too about vision, there's so many definitions for vision, right? So when you do your Googles and you go in there and you look it up, it says one of obviously the state of being able to see. And then the second one is actually being able to imagine. And you can have an imagination, or you can use it with wisdom. And I think the key here is that when we're setting our goals, we want to come from a place of wisdom. Not just coming from an imagination and putting our dreams out there. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. We want you to have those dreams. But we also want to come from a place of wisdom and being able to say, how obtainable is this actual goal? Because we set, the bar really high for ourselves. And when we set it so high, sometimes it's really difficult to achieve it. And then we give up. But we want to be able to set some realistic goals using wisdom. Another thing, too, is that with that vision piece, like being able to see, we also want to be mindful of the nearsighted vision or the farsighted
that's
vision.
good. That's good. Come on, talk about that, Doc. That's good.
Right. And so we want to be mindful how far or how close are things that we need to be working on in the current present moment in order for us to get to that place where we're going. Some of us want to buy a house. Well, how about we got to be in the current place financially? What are the goals that we need to make currently to get to that long-term financial goal of purchasing a home? But we'll talk some more about that when the 28th comes.
Yeah, on the 28th, we're going to talk about it. Greta, we are going to talk about it. And you know what I wanted to ask you, Doctor? Do you think we can do, I was thinking, somebody asked me there, I have a lot of people on from different cities and states, and they're like, can we do it virtually? And I was thinking about it. Just tell me what you think. I was thinking we could offer it virtually too. And then we could mail the people that'll be virtual their supplies and then Zoom in with them. And while we're going live, they can see it and then give them a little gift card or something. They get them something to eat. They're not going to eat what we eat, but they can eat a little something too. And I just thought about that. I mean, would you guys, Greta, I know you're in a different state. I think Mylita is in a different state. Cheryl's in a different state. If we went virtual, and we allowed you the opportunity, would you want to come? Just put a yes or no. If you don't, that's okay. If it's something that you don't want to do, it's okay. But if you do, let us know, because we might be able to do that. What do you think, Doc?
I love it. I love that. And then another reason that I love that is that sometimes when we have our vision board, we leave it up in our bedroom, our office. But then also when you're virtual, you can create your vision board on Canva using Word, and you can make that your background for your desktop, for your laptop. So
That's
it's a
good.
constant reminder when you open up your laptop, you see that vision board that you created. So absolutely, I think this
I
is something
love it.
that can be done virtually too.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. I think we got about 6 or 7 yeses. We got Holly and Carmen and Sharon. So I think we're gonna do virtual too. So you'll hear about that. But what I want you to do is I want you to go to the website. You can go to dancarecenter.com. You can go to danministries.com. And I want you to go ahead and register. Register today. We need as many people as we can. Now, trust me, there is a cutoff, okay? But we want to fill it up with the cutoff people, right? With the cutoff amount. So make sure that you register for this. Hey, Shanika, good to see you. I love it when you guys come on. Okay, I'll be saying a prayer for you. Oh, bless her, Lord. Okay, I'll be praying for you, sweetheart. I'll be praying for you, Shanika. But what we want to do is I want to show you. Oh, Cheryl, the time is going to be 10 a.m. and that's our time. So you're in California, so it's going to be 8 a.m. your time. You have to wake up. She's in California. She's gonna have to wake up. And I think somebody else is in California. Crystal is in California. So we have two people that are in California. So you guys are gonna have to get up. But I want to show you a real quick commercial that you can watch and just to kind of go over the vision party, when it is and what we're doing. It's only 30 seconds. So enjoy this and then we'll be right back to talk some more. Join Dan along with Serenity Healing Counseling Center for a vision party. Cast your vision. It'll be January 28th at 10 o'clock a.m. at the Dan Care Center with Dr. Rosina Britton and Dr. Darlene Allen Nichols. We'll be providing strategies. It's not just an average party, but it's a vision casting. Go to dancarecenter.com or danministries.com. And of course, we'll have food. See you there. We'll have food.
It was beautiful. Yes.
Yeah, so you got all the information. Go to dancarecenter.com, go to danministries.com, and I want you all to register. I was just talking to somebody, and Carmen, who's in, I always get it mixed up. She's in Bermuda. I call it Bermuda, Barbados. She's way out there somewhere, but she always is on everything, and she wants to come, as well as Cece, who is in Florida. And so they're saying that Bermuda, Carmen is in Bermuda, and she's actually come to a few of our things. So to our conference that we had for 2 days. So she wants to do it as well. And then Cece wants to do it as well. So this is good. And it's not just for women, it's for men, it's for everybody. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about strategies. Mm-hmm. So sometimes we say, I want to do something. I don't know how. I don't know what the first step is. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get it going. Can you give us maybe 2 or 3? You talked a little bit about SMART goals, but give us maybe 2 or 3 strategies that are realistic that we can do to manifest what we're going through. Cheryl wants to come too. Cheryl's in California as well. Can you give us some strategies?
I want everyone there. All are welcome. And so the first thing is, especially when we're talking about vision, we want to be able to write it down. Yeah. I believe that sometimes we have so many thoughts and so many things going on in our head that we get kind of jumbled with the words and all the things that we should be doing, could be doing, would be doing. Yeah. And so the first thing is try to focus in on that one particular goal and writing out all the things that you believe is going to require some attention, some effort, right? Strategy. And then the next thing also is then kind of doing some research. Good. Right? Good. Looking into what it takes to do what it is that you're trying to do, especially if you're looking at more of a business goal, or you want to going back to school. You want to be able to do some research, get some background information, so that not only are you making a knowledgeable decision about doing these things and taking that real step forward, but understanding actually what is it going to take overall? What are people saying about their experiences? Getting other people's, experience online. People share blogs about adventures that they're taking as far as business or starting something new. So look what people are saying and some goals or challenges that they may be having. Yeah. And then lastly, pray about it.
That's
you
good.
know, get some clarity, get some, support, get some love, whatever it is, enlightenment that you need
That's
through
good.
prayer.
That's good.
Those are the steps
That's
that I
good.
would take.
I like sometimes we have goals, but they're not realistic. Okay, we want to buy a house for $1 million, but we only make 50 grand, okay, a year, which is not bad. But or we want to, be married and have, a good job and have this, and we are not preparing ourselves. We're not even wife worthy. I can talk about that a little bit. Yeah, we're selfish, and sometimes you can't be selfish if the two are gonna become one, and we want it the way we want it. We're not flexible, we're not nimble. And so sometimes you have to be realistic about where you are and where you want to be. And I quoted this before. The Bible says, write the vision. Hey, Darlene Walker, and make it plain, put it on the tables, because you've got to make sure that the vision that you have is clear, is plain, and is reachable and attainable. Talking about SMART goals. SMART goals. The S means simple and measurable and attainable. And what is it? SMAR.
Yeah.
Relevant. That's it. There you go.
Yes.
And then timely. Is it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's got to be relevant. You've got to know, hey, Olivia, good to see you. You've got to know where you want to go. And when we do this, we're going to have fun. We're going to have food. We're going to write it down. We're going to clip out the stuff. We're going to create our boards. And then we're going to give you an index card that you can write down one question for the doctors. Okay. So you can ask one question and let that question be whatever you want, however you want, and let it be attainable. Make sure that that question is specific to you and where you are naturally. Because a lot of times, and you all know I'm very spiritual, okay? I'm spiritual. I'm a spiritual being. I preach, I teach, I do all of that. But God puts people in the natural for us to help us walk this natural walk out. We're spiritual beings having a natural experience. So let's ask questions around, how can I meet the goal once I put prayer on it, once I've written it out, once I've made it plain, once I've made it a SMART goal? How can I realistically get there? Okay. Dr. Britton, I preached the sermon on Sunday. Good to see you, Tanya. How you all register. Go to danministries.com or dancarecenter.com. We're having a vision board party, and it's going to be on the 28th of January, starting at 10 a.m. right here at the Dan Care Center, 11848 South Westwood, Chicago, Illinois, 60643. And I did a sermon about being stuck. So many times, Olivia, we get stuck. And when I did it, I showed a guy talking about quicksand. You know how you get stuck in quicksand, and no matter how much you move, you can't get out. You're only going deeper and deeper and deeper. Sometimes when life, it gets us to a place where we're stuck and we feel like we can't move. This vision board party is put on to make sure that you get unstuck. So I want you to just tell me, what do you think when you think about ways to, other than coming to the vision board party, but ways to get unstuck? What do you think about, and how can you speak to that issue?
Oh man, when we talked about people, who are we going to have involved? I think about times where I've been stuck, and the first thing that came to mind is, who is your support system? Who is your support team? Right. And at times we get so caught up in trying to figure things out for ourselves. We get so individualized that we forget that it is so important for us to have a community. In order for us to achieve some of the things that we want to achieve, we do need a support group, a support system that we can kind of go back to and say, hey, you know what? I'm stuck. And we get stuck because we're so much in our head. We started to have distortive thinking, distortive thoughts, right? Yeah. And another thing is recognizing that when we have those moments, it's important for us to reach out for someone and say, hey, I got a thing that I need to talk through, and not just anybody, right? Yeah. We want to be strategic. Again, it's about strategy and making sure that we reach out to people who are going to feed us the things that we need that are going to help us grow and feel, strengthened to continue
That's
to
good.
fight
That's
through,
good.
you
That's
know.
good.
Especially getting a mental health counselor. Of course, I'm biased because I am a mental health counselor myself. But sometimes in that space, when you look for a counselor and you're working with a counselor, people think, oh, well, I have to tell this person all my business. And sometimes you do, but depending on what it is that you're wanting to work on, they can actually help you with your goals. They
Right.
can help you strategize with your goals and help you figure out the why.
That's
Why
good.
is it so important for you to achieve this particular goal? What's the
Yeah.
reason behind you setting that exact goal, right? And
Yeah.
getting to the beneath of all of it. But
I
I
like
think
it.
mostly is support system and having the support to pull you out.
Yeah. Let's talk theory for a moment because we're both counselors. Of course, you're more accomplished in counseling than I am. However, let's talk theory for a moment. I'm a person-centered counselor, meaning that the answer lies within you. I also use a lot of EFT, emotionally focused therapy, meaning that get in tune with your emotions and let's pull out that and let's try to get some togetherness, especially when I counsel my couples. What type of therapist are you? What theory do you lean towards and why?
Oh, of course, I lean towards person centered
Hmm.
because, again, I believe that genuineness, unconditional positive regard are what's needed
Yeah.
in that type of counseling relationship for someone to feel like this is a safe place for me to explore some of these difficult topics.
Yeah.
And then as far as like something that I can apply as far as techniques, I feel like I'm eclectic in a way. And
Oh,
that's just meaning that, I pull from different tools, from different theories. But my favorite is dialectical behavior therapy. So that's DBT.
I love it.
And what dialectical behavioral therapy does, it helps you focus on the here and now, being mindful.
Hmm.
Sometimes again, we get so caught up in that future, so caught up in what's to come that we forget to be present in the here and now and what we have control over right in this moment.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the approach and the theory that I align with the most. And radical acceptance is something that I am finding myself using a lot, not only for my clients, but for myself,
Yeah.
because
Really?
those,
Oh, talk about that.
yes, radical acceptance is really is accepting some really hard things, and kind of reconditioning ourselves to look at it from a not necessarily from a deficit, but just it is what it is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes we feed ourselves these thoughts that are that bring us down, that hurt us. The one voice we hear all day every day is our own, and sometimes some of us have been conditioned and taught to
Yeah.
believe these things as truth. And
Yeah.
radical acceptance helps us understand that that's not truth.
That's
Not
good.
all the thoughts we have are actual truth. And so wondering kind of what are we going to accept as our truth and what's
Yeah.
just not meant for me is just total noise in my head.
I
So I
like that.
like those approaches.
I like that. The noise. We have to drown out the noise. And so that's what we're going to do. This is really good. You have a support system. We have to drown out the noise because what happens is, you get all kind of things in your head. I can't do it. Maybe I can't. Maybe I'm not qualified. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not this. I'm writing all these visions down and it's not going to work and it's not going to happen. Drown that out and focus on where you're going. And I told one of somebody this the other day is that it is what it is until it isn't. Sometimes we get there and we're like, well, it just is what it is. But when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, it isn't.
That's right.
That's when you start making changes. That's when you start moving CBT, cognitive behavioral theories, where you start to change your behaviors.
Yeah,
And if you don't like what you're getting, sometimes you have to change what you're doing.
absolutely.
Right. And
Yeah.
so this vision board party is going to address all of those issues. It's going to be fun. Trust me, guys. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time, but we're going to talk strategy. You're going to get to sit in the face of Dr. Britton, okay, and say, listen, Doc, I'm struggling with this. Can you help me? You're going to get to sit in my face. You can, this is going to be second to none. This is going to be so key as we move into 2023 further because the
Mhm.
strategies that you're going to receive are going, and I promise you, to be priceless. They're going to be priceless, right? And so you need to, my goddaughter's coming on. I see you, Naquanda. You need to make sure that you are here. I'm going to show this commercial once more so you can know what we're doing and when we're doing it. Put it on your calendar right now, January 28th at 10 o'clock a.m. at the Dan Care Center. We're going to be here having a vision board party, talking strategies and how to manifest it through training, through teaching, and through the power, of course, of God. Join Dan along with Serenity Healing Counseling Center for a vision party. Cast your vision. It'll be January 28th at 10 o'clock a.m. at the Dan Care Center with Dr. Rosina Britton and Dr. Darlene Allen Nichols. Will be providing strategies. It's not just an average party, but it's a vision casting. Go to dancarecenter.com or danministries.com. And of course, we'll have food. See you there. Yes. All right. So you don't want to miss it.
I'm too excited.
So Quan, I want you to register. Again, it is $50, but that registration is going to go for your food, for everything, and the experience that you're going to have, as well as the knowledge that you're going to receive. Okay. We're going to wind it down. Dr. Britton, what do you want to say as we get ready to close? We just have a few more moments and we're going to close it out. What are you thinking? What do you want to say?
I just want you all to know that you are so special and you are so wonderful. And I need you to understand that no matter what you are dreaming of, no matter what your goals are, that you can achieve them, that you are able, and that you have the ability to do whatever you put your mind to. And we're going to really help you kind of focus in on those things, those tools to help you achieve the things that you want to achieve, because you deserve it. And it's about time.
I like that. It's about time. It's about time you did something for you. It's about time you did something for you. So go to the website, danministries.com or dancarecenter.com and register today. And when we're full, we're full. Okay. When we're full, we're full. And then I'm going to put another link up for those people that want to come from out of town so that you can register as well. Okay. I'll get that up. If not today. Okay. I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow.
Take your time. Self-care.
I know, right? I gotta be
everyone's vision board.
I know. I gotta be more diligent. I do. So it has been a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Britton. I want to thank you for everything that you've imparted. I want to thank you for taking time to share, and thank you for inviting me to be a part of your world. As this vision party was your idea. This is your vision. I'm just part of it. Okay, I'm just getting in.
You made it come alive. This is bigger and better than what I've ever imagined. I am so grateful for you. I always admire you. And when I saw you, I was like, I need to get in close, my bosom buddy. She got some things I need to rub off on. I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much.
And thank you too. I love you so dearly. All right, everybody, we're going to go, but don't forget, January 28th, we're going to have our vision board party. It's going to be right here at the Dan Care Center, 11848 Southwestern. Go to dancarecenter.com or danministries.com and you can register today. We'll see you soon. Have a super fantastic day. And always remember, whatever you do, wherever you are, Dan Ministries loves you. We care about your future. You got an amazing future. It's an awesome future. Come on, let's do it together. And it is our endeavor to touch your life. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.